Hello Taurus, my name is Jason. This is your general tarot reading for June 2019. It's a general reading, so it could be about love, career, any burning questions you have at the moment. You'll know in the first minute or so if this is resonating for you. If it isn't, or even if it is, please go ahead and check out my readings for your moon and rising sign. Particularly your rising sign, I find they resonate so much more strongly. But for now, Taurus, you move into this period with the Temperance card. Okay, so the Temperance card talks about balance. It can also talk about cooperating or negotiating with people. So I'm feeling that you're in a place at the moment where you might be needing to compromise. Okay, so perhaps you want to go one way, someone else wants to go the other way, and the angel here you'll see is mixing that fluid just right, trying to get things just right. And once that mix is okay, then you'll be able to go further up that path behind the angel. Okay, so there's a sense of balance coming now, or you're working toward this balance. And some of you are praying to the angels for the answers for something. I'm finding that you've been praying, and sometime in the month of June an answer will come to you, your prayers will be answered, and that divine inspiration, if you like, is going to allow you to move further up that path. So definitely a sense of balance coming for you, and I'm feeling your prayers are being answered and they're going to allow you to move forward. What's crossing you? Okay, you have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is about institutions and rules and traditional ways of doing things. They can sometimes be a stick in the mud. They can also be a positive religious influence, rules which need to be stuck by to accomplish something. And I'm feeling that in this case that these rules will be working for you somehow. Okay, and I'm just noticing the keys down the bottom there. So these rules are going to provide the key to your next success, or whatever this balance is that you've been trying to accomplish. If you've been feeling that you haven't been recognized at work, for example, or in your relationship for the work that you're doing, then you're going to be able to use the rules to get that recognition somewhere along the line where others perhaps have not been following the rules and you have. Then that's going to be to your advantage. Now the Hierophant is the card of Taurus as well, so this is your card, and we know that you love that stability, that conservative approach so often, and it's feeling like, yes, we've got the two major arcana here, the Temperance card, which for me talks about balance and cooperation and working through things, and the Hierophant, which talks about following the structures and keeping the traditional ways alive, if you like. So two major arcana there in the opening of your reading, Taurus. Okay, your conscious goal, you have this Star card. Again, I'm feeling the Star card talks about some kind of recognition, and so I'm feeling that there is some kind of you're trying to get famous, perhaps on like a social media platform, or you want someone to see the good in you, or you want to see the good in someone, something like that. But it's a very hopeful card, and it's just like you're just about there now to feel the full bottle. You've probably heard that saying, you know, you've got to fill yourself up first before you can give back to the rest of the world. I'm feeling that's what's happening here. You want to be in a position where you can give back this love that you're feeling from the rest of the world, and you see this woman here pouring this emotion, this positive life fluid, this water back into her environment. So she's so full of this abundant optimistic kind of energy that she can spread that around, and people will be noticing that in you. I'm feeling that's what seems to be a goal of yours. Okay, your unknown influence. You have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is a child, a young person, can be a little less experienced in things, and this person and what they're doing may be having some impact on the direction you take in the month of June. So perhaps if there's a young Pisces, even a child somewhere, or just an inexperienced person, and their situation is impacting your situation somehow. So perhaps there's a sick child, or an inexperienced person has come along, and they may be doing something a certain way, or maybe making even a mistake which may slow you down somehow. But I'm thinking this is it's not a vicious energy, it's not a nasty or malicious energy, it's just an inexperienced energy, and you may be needing to deal with that somehow. I'm not even feeling that this is a negative thing, but you do have, in your first 4 cards, you have 3 major arcana. Okay, so we'll see where this goes. In your recent past, you have the 10 of Rods. So it looks like you've just been able to drop a burden, okay? Or if you haven't dropped it, you're just about to. Now, this is by delegating, perhaps. So perhaps in the recent past you felt like there was just too much on for you, so you unloaded a couple of responsibilities and you've delegated them somehow, or just banished these things, sorted out what wasn't working for you, and it's lightened your load, and it's allowed you to move forward somehow with more balance, something like that. Okay, in your future energies, you have the 8 of Wands. So there'll be a lot of communications backwards and forwards. I'm feeling this could be long distance communication somehow, and I'm feeling a sense of property. So there could be property involved, real estate, shifting, moving, contracts, and you might be looking around for someone to help you with something to do in this area. And again, it could be about a property far away. Either you're trying to buy or sell a property, or manage it somehow. It's not like bricks and mortar. If it's not bricks and mortar, it's about some interest you have far away, and you just need to be communicating about that. And so there could be a fair bit of emailing, texting, phone calling, that sort of thing, to try and sort this issue out. I hope this is resonating for you. It seems a little disjointed at the moment, Taurus, but we'll see where it goes. Okay. At the moment, what are you bringing to the situation? You have the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups talks about looking at what you've lost rather than turning around and seeing what's left over. So perhaps there's some investment that you've had, or some kind of financial loss even, or it can be an emotional loss. You've lost something or someone, or even a pet or something, and you're struggling to sort of pick up the pieces of that and turn around and move forward. So this card's really asking us just to turn around, see those 2 good cups. All is not lost, but it's just feeling perhaps even there's like a necessary mourning that you're going through here. Okay, whether it's been a death in the family, or whether it's been like a loss of something valuable to you, you're feeling like you need to take this time to just pay your respects almost to whatever this loss was, and reflect, and before you can move on. And I think that's okay. I'm feeling that you know these 2 cups are behind you, and there is more ahead. It's just that you'd like to have a bit of closure for this loss, whatever that is. And I think that's I don't think this is a strong impediment to your progress. Okay, now your environment. and the way the world sees you, the way you're seeing the world. You have the moon card here. So the moon card talks about evolving, and it's evolving without other people necessarily knowing it. So if you have a look at this lobster type creature just coming out of the depths there up onto solid ground. Now, these beasts are looking at the moon, howling at the moon. They're distracted at the moment, so this is perhaps a good time to do this. There could be some sort of secret moves that you're making, not necessarily sinister, just a move that you want to make while other people are not looking. And again, it could be about investments, it could be about just a personal growth. So perhaps you've been studying something in your spare time, or I'm thinking there might even be a relationship that you've been working on somehow and not everyone knows about it yet, and you just like to keep that under wraps. But there's definitely a feeling of coming out and growing somehow. So whatever you've got yourself into recently, you're seeing this as a positive. I'm seeing it as a positive for you, as a way to move forward in your life. Perhaps you were stuck recently and you didn't really realize it. Okay, your hopes and fears. Okay, your hopes. You have the Six of Swords. So you want to move on to something. You're valuing yourself, and you've decided perhaps that enough is enough and you want to move somewhere. So perhaps this Eight of Wands communication that you were having before is all about moving to a new destination, a new place to perhaps study, or to move in with family, or to see them again. So perhaps you'll be traveling sometime during this month of June. It's not feeling permanent, but perhaps visiting someone, and you're hoping that all goes smoothly. I'm feeling you're fairly happy where you are, and you may come back, but it looks like you may be traveling over water. So if this is for you in June sometime, you'll be doing some necessary travel to catch up with some family, friends, something about real estate in there. Yeah, that's what it's feeling like. But I'm feeling there'll be a lot of closure, a lot of tying up loose ends for you. And your outcome, you have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups talks about celebration, it talks about reunions, getting together with people of your tribe. So perhaps there's some kind of family reunion going on here. And it's a card of celebration. So celebrating with your group, with your tribe, I'm feeling here. So by the end of June, or thereabouts, you'll have this sense of unity with somebody else. You've achieved something with them, and you're generally feeling pretty good about the way things are. So hopefully that resonates for you, Taurus. Please let me know in the comments if that's made any sense at all. I know it seemed a bit disjointed, but I really appreciate any feedback you give me there. And of course, like and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.